Have you ever wondered why some people seem chained to their paychecks while others make money even when they sleep? It's not luck. It's not genius. It's design. Most people spend their lives trading time for cash, running faster on a wheel that never stops. The wealthy? They've flipped the script. They've built systems that make money move for them. We'll break down how the rich escape the work for money trap, why the average person stays stuck, and how you can build streams that earn while you breathe. Let's rewrite your relationship with money. Picture the average Monday morning. Alarm blaring, coffee brewing, another week of trading time for dollars. You work, you get paid, you stop working, and the money stops too. It feels normal because that's what everyone does. But that cycle has a hidden ceiling. There are only so many hours you can sell, only so many raises you can negotiate before you hit a wall. That's the income trap. It keeps you busy, but never free. The wealthy broke out of it by shifting focus from labor to leverage. Instead of chasing bigger paychecks, they built pipelines that move money toward them automatically. Investments, ownership stakes, royalties, or cash-flowing assets that earn while they rest. Each dollar they make becomes a tiny employee working 24 hours a day. The goal isn't to stop working entirely, it's to disconnect income from effort. Once you stop measuring your worth in hourly rates and start measuring it in ownership, the entire game changes. You stop asking, "How much can I earn?" and start asking, "How much can I build that earns for me?" That simple mental shift is where true financial freedom begins. Every payday feels like a breath of relief until the money vanishes. Rent, car payments, groceries, subscriptions, gone. You didn't even splurge, yet somehow your bank account drains itself. That's the spending reflex, the automatic habit of letting money flow out as fast as it comes in. It's not a lack of discipline, it's conditioning. Society trains us to consume first and save later, to treat income as permission to spend. Wealthy people reverse that order. They build an investing reflex. Every dollar earned is given a job before it ever touches a spending account. Some dollars buy assets, some fund businesses, some earn dividends, some sit ready for opportunity. This doesn't take millionaire money, it takes structure. They automate investments so saving happens without thought. They live on what remains instead of saving what's left. The result? Their wealth compounds quietly, while everyone else wonders where their paycheck went. The difference between financial stress and financial growth often comes down to one rule: pay your future self first. The wealthy don't wait to invest after spending. They invest before life even gets the chance to spend their money for them. You finally get a raise, and somehow your bank account looks the same. That's lifestyle creep, the silent thief of wealth. You promise yourself the extra income will go towards saving, but new comforts quietly fill the gap. A better apartment, a nicer car, more dinners out. Nothing extreme, just upgrades that feel deserved. But each upgrade eats the difference between progress and stagnation. Wealthy people think differently. When their income rises, their spending barely moves. They widen the gap between what they earn and what they live on, and that gap becomes their wealth engine. It's not about deprivation, it's about direction. Every extra dollar is a worker. You can hire it to buy comfort today or assign it to build freedom tomorrow. Most people keep giving raises to their lifestyle. The wealthy give raises to their investments. Here's the irony. The fastest way to feel rich is to live slightly below your means, because every surplus dollar becomes future income. The person who saves 20% of every raise will end up wealthier than the one who spends 100% of it, no matter how high the salary climbs. Freedom isn't earned through raises. It's built through restraint. For most people, progress collapses the moment life throws a curveball. The car breaks down, the roof leaks, a medical bill arrives, and the fragile savings account is wiped out. That's the emergency cycle, the endless loop of building and rebuilding, because every dollar depends on your next paycheck. You're not failing, the system is. When all your money works only while you do, every setback feels like disaster. Wealthy people engineer protection differently. They build layers, cash reserves, insurance, passive income, so a crisis becomes an inconvenience, not a catastrophe. They never rely on one stream to survive. When unexpected costs hit, dividends still flow, rent still arrives, investments still compound. It's not luck. It's preparation. The wealthy understand that emergencies don't destroy wealth, fragility does. So they build resilience before they build luxury. Their first goal isn't a nicer car or bigger house. It's a financial buffer that lets them stay calm while others panic. Because calm buys clarity, and clarity buys opportunity. Once you escape the emergency cycle, your money stops reacting to problems and starts creating solutions. Here's the hidden reason most people never escape the grind: the knowledge gap. It's not laziness or lack of talent. It's simply not knowing how money actually works. We're taught how to earn it, how to spend it, maybe how to save it, but not how to multiply it. Schools teach algebra, not asset allocation. Parents preach job security, not financial strategy. The result? Millions of smart, hardworking people operating with an outdated rule book. Wealthy people close this gap early. They treat financial education like oxygen, not optional, essential. They study how assets grow, how taxes shape wealth, how compounding quietly builds empires. The wealthy know that a single idea, understanding leverage, compound interest, or cash flow, can be worth more than a lifetime of labor. They don't just make money, they make systems. Once you learn what they know, you start to see money differently. You stop chasing it and start directing it. Because the truth is, money doesn't belong to the smartest or hardest working. It belongs to the most informed. Learn how money moves, and suddenly it starts moving toward you. From the moment we're old enough to hold a pencil, the system starts shaping how we think about money. Go to school, get good grades, find a stable job, work hard, save for retirement. It sounds noble, but it's a formula for dependency, not freedom. This path trains you to be efficient inside the system, not independent from it. The economy needs employees more than it needs owners, so you're taught to trade time for paychecks, not to build assets that generate income on their own. Wealthy people see through this. They realize the system rewards obedience, not creativity, and they quietly opt out. They use the system's rules, tax codes, investment vehicles, corporate structures, but they don't live by its limits. They turn jobs into stepping stones, paychecks into capital, and careers into leverage. The system says, climb the ladder. The wealthy ask, why not build my own? This isn't rebellion, it's awareness. Once you see how the system profits from keeping you busy and broke, you stop playing by its script, and that's when freedom begins. The moment you stop being a cog and start being a creator. Breaking free from the work for money cycle doesn't happen overnight. It begins the moment you stop asking, how much can I earn? And start asking, how much can I make my money earn? That mindset shift is the foundation of wealth. The rich see every paycheck, bonus, or side income as fuel, not for spending, but for building engines. They invest their money into vehicles that create more money: index funds, businesses, real estate, intellectual property. Each dollar becomes an employee, clocking in 24/7 to work for them. Most people think they need more income to start investing, but it's the opposite. You start investing to eventually earn more income. Every small investment compounds into bigger opportunities. It's the quiet, consistent movement of money working behind the scenes that changes everything. The wealthy don't think in weeks or months. They think in decades. They don't chase quick wins. They plant financial seeds that grow for generations. The real wealth shift isn't just financial. It's psychological. It's realizing you don't have to run harder. You just need to redirect your energy into building systems that run for you. Here's the quiet force that separates the wealthy from everyone else: compound growth. Most people underestimate it because it starts slow, almost invisible. The first year, your returns look small, maybe a few $100s. The second year, a bit more. But then, something magical happens. Your returns begin earning their own returns. Your money starts compounding, and time becomes your most powerful ally. This is why the wealthy don't chase quick wins or flashy trades. They respect the math of patience. Every dollar invested early multiplies over time in ways that no salary ever could. The difference between saving and compounding is like pushing a car versus fueling an engine. One depends on your effort, the other builds momentum on its own. The earlier you start, the less you need to do later. That's why the wealthy obsess over buying time, not just buying things. Because compounding isn't just about money. It's about freedom accelerating quietly in the background. The biggest mistake most people make? Stopping before the magic happens. The biggest secret of the wealthy? They never interrupt compounding. They let time do the heavy lifting. Money isn't just math. It's emotion disguised as logic. Most people think financial success comes from intelligence, but it actually comes from emotional control. The market crashes, fear takes over, people sell. The market rises, greed kicks in. People buy at the top. This cycle repeats endlessly, transferring wealth from the emotional to the disciplined. The wealthy have learned to detach emotion from decision. They don't panic when things fall apart. They see opportunity. They don't chase hype when everyone's celebrating. They wait for real value. This emotional steadiness isn't born from coldness. It's built through understanding. Once you truly grasp how money behaves, you stop reacting and start strategizing. Emotional discipline is the moat that protects wealth from impulse. The rich don't think, what feels right? They ask, what makes sense long term? And that question keeps them calm when everyone else is spiraling. If you can master your emotions, you can master your money. Because every financial mistake people make starts with fear or greed, not ignorance. The numbers only work when the mindset does too. Here's the truth the wealthy quietly live by. Freedom isn't earned, it's engineered. It's the result of aligning three forces: money, time, and knowledge, so they all work together instead of against you. The equation looks simple. Freedom equals assets that earn, plus systems that scale, plus discipline to wait. Most people never get there because they spend all three, time, money, and energy, on survival instead of leverage. Wealthy people flip that script. They build assets that buy back their time. They create systems that make money even when they rest. They protect and multiply knowledge that creates opportunities others can't see. True freedom isn't retiring early. It's waking up every day and doing exactly what you want, not what you have to. It's no longer asking, can I afford this? But instead asking, do I even want this? Because the goal was never money. It was control over your time, your choices, and your life. Once you start making money work for you instead of the other way around, you stop chasing freedom because you've already built it. At some point, you have to decide, will you keep working for money or will you make money start working for you? Because that choice, more than your income, your job, or your timing, is what separates financial struggle from financial freedom. The wealthy didn't stumble into fortune. They built it one decision, one habit, one system at a time. They automated their investments, learned how money grows, and turned their paychecks into engines that never stop running. You can do the same. Start small if you have to. Invest before you spend. Build one extra income stream. Learn one new skill that compounds over time. Freedom isn't built by luck. It's built by design. The sooner you shift from earning to owning, from consuming to creating, from reacting to planning, the sooner you step off the hamster wheel for good. Money doesn't care where you start. It only cares whether you start. So start today. Build systems that work while you sleep. Because one day, you'll wake up and realize you're no longer chasing wealth. Wealth is chasing you.